requires a lot of energy, and you're swallowing blood. That's very, very dangerous. Like, a lot of people don't know, when Meldrick Taylor fought Chavez, a lot of people, was mad because there was only a couple seconds left before, Steele called the fight off. But a lot of people don't know that Meldrick had swallowed so much blood, he almost died. You know what I'm saying? So when you swallowing blood and your body is searching for energy to burn, and the only thing that it got to burn is a bunch of blood, you know what I'm saying, in your stomach, man, it's very, very, very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want no injury, but if it's any fucking injury I gotta have, the last one I want is when I'm swallowing gulps and gulps and gulps of blood, man. Like, I threw up, man, for like 3 days straight, you know what I'm saying? Just throwing up fucking blood, man, for 3 days straight, couldn't eat nothing or anything. That shit fucks you up really, really bad. And, just a tough break, man. You know what I'm saying? Just a tough break. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody know I didn't get my ass whooped. They know that I came to whoop ass, and that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? Just a tough break, man. You know what I mean? Just a tough break.
So what you think? Tell me what you think of Dominic Brazil as a fighter. I mean, now you've been in the ring with him. Do you feel like, is he? I mean, look, man. I had you win every single round, like I said, but. Do you feel like where do you think he's going to go with career? Would you want a rematch? Tell me what's your take on him.
And I'd give my life on him after the fight if I could get a rematch with him. But you already know that joker ain't getting in that ring with me no more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been begging for a rematch with him. But to be honest with you, we actually got some bigger things on the horizon, man, that I believe we may do, you know what I mean? And I mean, I think it's hands down that, in a rematch he wouldn't win, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that he could go to the drawing board and do better than he did that night. He's just absolutely too slow to beat a guy like me to the punch. But at the end of the day, man, he got knocked down and he got the fuck up. And he kept trying to fight. He kept coming to fight. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give the man respect for that. You know what I mean? I absolutely have to give him respect for that. He didn't back down, and he kept getting up and coming to fight, man. I mean, he knew he was losing, but and that even tells you a lot more about him as a fighter. You know what I mean? He kept fighting on, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him, credit for that. I gotta give him that credit for that. He didn't, he didn't bitch up. You know what I'm saying? He stood in there like a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I already respect any man that just climbs in that ring. I don't care if he gets knocked out the first second of the fight. He climbed in there, and not only did he climb in there, man, he got up off the canvas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I give him that respect, man. You know what I'm saying? But as far as a boxer or fighter, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he can go too far in this sport once he step up in competition.
Yeah, man. I mean, boy, man, that fight was epic, man. It is everything that you want to see in a heavyweight fight. Would you take on the size of the heavyweight? I know he's obviously he's a super heavyweight. That size. Do you think this is the case of this unfortunate circumstances because of the fight, or do you feel like fighting them guys them size is going to be because you're a small heavyweight, and like you said, Mike Tyson dominated, but I don't think Mike Tyson was fighting the type of heavyweight you was fighting. These guys are like 6'7". Mike guys was fighting like guys Lewis, and then they're like 6'4", 6'5". Now this is a couple of inches up. So what's your take on that? I know you look, man, you win every round, but what's your take on these super size heavyweights?
Yeah, definitely the height and size difference in the heavyweight division has certainly changed, over the years. I think that's what really dumbed down the division. They everybody thought, if you're 6'5" or better, you could come and be a boxer. You know what I mean? And then, after 2-3 rounds, they throwing punches slower than my grandma. It's no longer exciting heavyweight fights. And I think that type of that rush that we had of all these real tall guys into the heavyweight division. I think it dumbed down the division a lot, and it made the heavyweight division boring. You know, like I said, man, as far as he's concerned, it's just too many adjustments that he has to make that I know he's not going to be able to make. But then again, you know, I don't count nobody out. You know what I mean? People counted me out, so I can't count no man out. He just has to make a lot of adjustments. He's 6'7", and he fights like he's 5'11".
Yeah.
And that's one thing that he needs to learn how to do. He needs to learn how to use his height in that ring. He don't use his height at all. I was able to touch him every damn time I went to go touch him, you know? But, you know, yeah, as far as the tall guys and stuff like that, it is a awkward thing. It is you know, a big disadvantage, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, it is what it is, man, you know?
Absolutely. So your training was the he was inconsolable when he threw his hat down on the ground, like. But you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen this situation before. You're the one taking the punches. It's like obviously it was there, but one more punch could have been. You know, people looking at it, and this address what everyone's talking about. People addressing, you know, you sitting down your stool, but it's not like the days of Roberto Duran when he quit against Sugar Ray Leonard. Like the pain, anyone human, you know, we have more sympathy these days, could sit there and criticize you for quitting. You know you wouldn't have quit if it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You know, I mean, you can go look at all 24 of my fights.
Yeah.
You understand? And you can see that this dude charges forward from round one until the fucking fight's over. He don't give up. You look at me and Steve Cunningham. You look at me and Gerald Washington. So you know I got the rounds in me. You know I ain't got no quit in me. And it had to be something very serious for me, for my crazy ass, to say that's it. And at the same time, I'm winning the fight by a fucking landslide. So you know it. So you know it has to be something serious, very, very serious for me, of all people. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing that speaks for itself is my record and my history in that ring, and my reputation. One of my reputations is that, yo, this is an exciting fighter. He comes to rumble. He ain't going back down. He's going to charge these big jokers. He's going to go after them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Gerald Washington hit me harder than that guy hit me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see, and I chased him around the fucking ring all goddamn night. You know, so, you know, I mean, you know, everybody has their opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, as a boxing fan, as well as a fighter, you know, I love the fans, man. So if that's a fan's opinion, I'll go ahead and respect it. You know what I'm saying? But all they gotta do is check my resume. You know what I mean? Go on YouTube and look at some of my prior fights, and they'll realize, man, for that guy to stop, it had to be something very, very serious. And you know, one of the key elements of boxing is conditioning. And if you in that ring, and I don't care what type of shape you in, if you're not breathing, you're gonna fuck around and get yourself hurt. If you're not breathing, if something happens that stops you from being able to inhale and exhale, you know, it's time to sit your ass down. You know what I mean? I got kids, man. You know what I'm saying? I got infants. I got a 1-year-old daughter and a 3-month-old son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got 3 teenage sons, you know what I mean? And, you know, nothing is worth, you know, me being so puffed up with pride, man, that I'm at a point where, you know, I can't even hold a damn conversation with my kids, you know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
And so, you know, and then I know what type of person I am. I know what type of fighter I am. And I knew that, you know, I'll have another chance at this, you know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you got to make the right decision for the wrong reasons, and sometimes the wrong reasons cause you to make, you know, the right decision, or sometimes the right reasons cause you to make the wrong decision. And it's up in the air, you know what I mean? Of course, in retrospect, man, I'm like, shit, I should have, you know, I should have just got carried out that motherfucker, man, instead of fucking walking out, you know what I mean? Like, the fighter in me says that, you know what I'm saying? But the reality is that you know what I mean, I could have really got hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? I really could have fucked myself up because I know what I went through the next 3 days of throwing up constantly, not being able to eat nothing from swallowing all that fucking blood, and to have swallowed more than I had already swallowed and to have that type of effect. You know, it's dreadful to even think of it. So I know that realistically I made the right decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you know, I'm okay. You know what I mean? I'm okay. I can fight again. I'll fight another day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
But who knows what would have happened had, you know, I've been, you know, stupid and tried to keep going, knowing that, you know what I mean, I couldn't fucking breathe, man.
Hey, for the fans listening, because this is live, going out live on YouTube, by the way. A couple people listening. So tell the people what injuries you sustained again, so people can understand exactly what you was feeling. Go ahead, Amir.
Say that again?
For the people listening on YouTube again, because I've already recorded it from the start already. So just for the people who may not listen, can you tell the people the injuries, what you sustained again, so they can understand, you know, what injuries, you know, you sustained, so they can understand what you was going through. Tell them again what the stitches and stuff in your tongue and stuff.
Oh, well, I both sides of my tongue is completely split, and not just split, about an inch on both sides, and the back was strictly chopped off, like completely off. Like they had to operate on my tongue for 5 hours to sew it up. 18 stitches on each side. I lost a lot of blood, but the only thing I could do with the blood is swallow it. You know what I'm saying? And I swallowed a lot of blood, and it made me very, very sick for 3 days, man, throwing up, not being able to eat. I probably lost about 10 more damn pounds after the fight, you know what I'm saying? And my tongue swelled up about the size of a damn tennis ball. By the time I got to the hospital, man, they had to grab my tongue with a prong and pull it out my mouth and shoot it with all these needles to take the swelling down so that I wouldn't fucking asphyxiate and die. And I was in the ring from round 2 on trying to fight like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, stop there. It happened from round 2?
It happened in round 2, yeah.
Wow, man. Oh, man. See, anyone listening to this, you heard it. You happened from round 2, and you went all the way into, I think was it round 8? I think it was round 8. Round 8 of man, that's bro, man. From round 2 it happened. Wow.
Round 2, yeah.
You
round 2. He had caught me with a decent shot when right before he caught me with a decent shot, and that's when I buckled down, and that's when I dropped him. Before I dropped him, he had caught me with a nice shot. And one thing that I do, I got a bad habit of it. I bite down on my tongue, my damn self. And when he got back up and the rest let him continue, not only am I biting down on my fucking tongue that's already cut up, you know what I'm saying? I'm literally biting down on it my damn self, because my mouthpiece is only a top piece. It's not a bottom piece. I actually also bit through my bottom lip, like completely through my bottom lip. Straight through it. You could stick your finger in there, bit straight through it. Like, it's a long story. I was born with lip tight, where they had to cut under my tongue. They had to cut it when I was born. And so I don't know, my tongue probably positioned the wrong fucking way or whatever, but I always had a bad habit of biting down on my jaws and my tongue when I fight. And this particular time, man, I just fucking chewed the motherfucker off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking madman in there. You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, like, it is kind of funny, because it's like the craziest thing that happened. You just can't prepare yourself for stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? But like, after all, like, if you remember my Fred Cassie fight, when I knocked Fred Cassie out, you'll hear BJ Penn say a lot of blood is coming out of Amir's mouth. But you don't see Fred Cassie hitting me in my mouth throughout the whole 7 rounds. And right before I knocked him out, BJ Penn was like, there's a lot of blood coming out of Amir's mouth. That's me biting my fucking mouth up, man, while I'm fighting, you know? And my trainer told me, he said, look, you need a bottom and top mouthpiece, man, because you're going to fuck around to hurt yourself doing that nut shit. And me being a knucklehead, being a hard-headed, oh, I always do it. You ain't gonna do nothing. And lo and behold, man, it cost me a win. It cost me a win. You know what I mean? And really, man, I'm just thankful that God was on my side, man, because, you know, like I said, man, the people that need to still be behind me, they definitely behind me, man. And y'all gonna see do some major shit this year.
Wow, man, I'm a hardcore fan, man. No doubt about it, man. I knew I'd give you a couple of days to recover. I got my colleague here, Ben Umar, here. She's got a couple of questions for you. Go ahead, Ben Umar.
All right, how you doing, Mr. Mansour?
What's up, bro?
I just want to commend you on, you know, having to do them years on the wake up, do your bid, and coming out and making something of yourself. I really respect you for that, brother. And I think that that Fred Cassidy fight was amazing. I think you got robbed in that Steve Cunningham fight because I thought he had a long count, and I think you beat El Guy on there in Washington. I thought you won all those fights, but obviously you didn't get the benefit of the doubt. But I wanted to ask you, because you being a Philly mid-range hooker, and for what I seen Tyson Fury do fighting Steve Cunningham, who is not really a hooker, he's more of a 1-2 type of fighter. You think you could be more effective against Tyson Fury? Because I genuinely think if you get on the inside of Tyson Fury, I think you could do a lot of damage. You think that'd be a fight that you would want? If they would, I mean, if he would be man enough to get in the ring with you?
I would smash Tyson Fury, bro. I would smash him. He is too slow. He's just so slow. He wore Steve down. You know what I'm saying? He wore Steve down physically. He ain't beat him up. You know what I mean? He just wore him down, and they allowed Tyson Fury to do a lot of holding, a lot of grabbing, you know, putting his weight on Steve. And those are things that really the ref is supposed to stop the fighter from doing. And in my honest opinion, that's the only reason why he won that fight with Steve. And Steve just was wore out. You know what I mean? Physically. You know, I don't think that, you know, Tyson really like beat him up or anything. He just wore the brother down. But Tyson Fury, you know what? I gotta give my fucking hat off to the guy, man. He went and beat Klitschko. Even though Klitschko was on his way out, I told everybody that he was going to beat Klitschko if Klitschko fought him the way that he fought Brian Simmons. So, you know, I gotta give my hat off to the brother, man. He's world champion. You know what I'm saying? He has something that I want. He has something that I'm striving for. So I gotta give him the spot. But me and Tyson in the ring, I will fucking obliterate, just straight massacre. And you know what? A lot of these guys been ducking me for so many years. You know what I'm saying? They've been ducking me for so long. But I'm telling y'all now, man, all that shit is about to stop and cease to exist. They're going to have to start coming to see me. And believe you me when I tell you, man, y'all want to see me make some noise this year, bro.
Go ahead, Umar.
Yeah, fair enough. I completely agree with you. I think you would smash Tyson Fury. That's my opinion. But I noticed that you got a couple words for Deontay Wilder. Where does that stem from? Is like, do you feel like he's ducking you? What is that about?
Yeah, I felt like they were ducking me. I mean, honestly, we had got a call to fight Wilder. We accepted the fight, and then lo and behold, they went to fight the guy just fought. Damn, Spilker.
Spilker, yeah.
He chose to fight. He chose to fight Spilker instead. You know, and you know that was the first time ever that I was called for a fight, and I accepted it. And you know, the other side, you know, chose to fight somebody else. And I think they said one of the reasons why was because Spilker has the Poland crowd and, you know, TV ratings and stuff over there, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I have the record for most viewings on NBC Sports. When we was at the fighters meeting, they told me that I had the highest viewing for Fox Sports on PBC, and then just last week when I fought, the ratings went through the ceiling. So I also bring that viewership and that high rating to the table as well. So I didn't understand that, you know, ideology in terms of choosing him over me. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, he's world champ, and, you know, it's a business too, man, and you got to be smart. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart, man. You know, I wouldn't want to fight the toughest motherfucker either. If I could take a softer motherfucker, I'm going to take him, you know, and stay champ, you know what I'm saying, and keep making that money. So, you know, I ain't knocking him, you know, on those terms. I like Deontay, man. I'm a fan of Deontay's. I appreciate what he's done for himself, you know. He's going through problems, man, with your child, man, and you still got to get up and go and train every day, you know what I'm saying? And your daughter is going through some things, man. That shit ain't easy, bro. You know what I mean? That shit ain't easy to train every day, man, and you got to worry about your kids and stuff like that, man. So I take my hat off to that dude for doing that, you know what I mean? Because that takes a lot of fucking strength and effort to be able to do that, you know? But that's, as a man, you know, I respect him to the fullest as a man. But as a fighter, as a boxer, as somebody that won that title, you know, I gotta say, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? It's time to see somebody that's formidable. It's time to see somebody that the fans believe has a chance beating you. You know what I mean? That's what used to make the heavyweight division exciting. Whenever a motherfucker fought his way to a title shot, it was exciting because, you know, the champ might get dethroned. But, you know, the past few years with Klitschko, the way he was doing shit, you knew he was going to always win. You know what I'm saying? He remained champ fighting bums for the past fucking 8 years. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, in terms of bringing the excitement back to the heavyweight division, you know, I want to say, yo, man, you know, come on, let's do it. But, you know, I could understand from his camp side, you know what I'm saying? You want to take the easier fight, man. Like, you know, that's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's going to have to come a time where we decide that we want to bring the excitement back to the heavyweight division. And that's one of the reasons why I don't duck no rep. Anybody call me, put in front of me, the money is cool, let's go, let's do it.
Absolutely. I got a real question, yeah. I saw a video, I don't know if it was Fight Hype, I think it was Fight Hype, and you were saying your take on Tyson Fury invading the ring after Deontay wearing the knocked out spill car. Can you give us your take on that? On how you feel like Tyson Fury is was being disrespectful to Wilder? Give us your take on that.
Well, let me ask you this question. When have you ever seen a champion defend his title and then security in New York City allow another champion into the ring and talk all this shit that dude was talking, do all this hooping and hollering? I just thought that was real disrespectful, man, what he did. I mean, yeah, this is a business and we running our game, you know what I'm saying, and all this and that, but that was some fake ass WWF shit, man. That was some fake fucking wrestling shit that he did. And, you know, it is a line that you can cross in this sport, man, in trying to sell yourself or sell a fight or hype a fight up. And I think that, you know, he crossed that line, man. I never seen that done before, and I just thought that was real disrespectful.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. What's your take? We've got Brother E in the chat. He says, what's your take on Luis Ortiz? How you feel yourself will go against him? How you think he is as a heavyweight?
Ortiz is smart. Ortiz know what he's doing in that motherfucking ring. You go in that ring with Ortiz and you don't know what you're doing. He gonna wear you down. He gonna set you up with shit. You know what I mean? He gonna do all types of shit on you and throw punches from all types of angles you ain't never seen before. I got a call to fight Ortiz right before I got the call to fight Gerald Washington, and I said yes. And then they called us back and said, you know, they called us back and said they wasn't going to be able to make it. But it really wasn't his side calling. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't his people's calling. You know, like we was under the impression that Deontay's people, like the people that put shit together, is the ones that call and actually want to fight it. But Ortiz, for whatever reason, they didn't take the fight. I was going to fight him. I would love to fight him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of his, though. You know what I mean? I ain't knocking him. I know that motherfucker ain't no 34, 37 either. That motherfucker is older than me. That motherfucker older than me. And then Rick is down. Them motherfuckers in their 40s. Some of y'all. For a fact, them niggas is 40.
That's the same thing. It was the same thing. Everyone thinks he got older than that.
Nah, not to be calling nobody else niggas.
Yeah.
Them brothers, man. Them brothers is 40, man. They 40 plus, man. Straight up. You know what I mean? I ain't the only 40-year-old out here showing my ass, man. Them motherfuckers 42.
For real. Hey, man, you come in tremendous shape, bro, for this fight, man. You was ripped out. Everything, bro. You must have trained hard, man. You know what? Yeah, everything in the first 3, 4, man. You was just smacking through the round, bro. I was like waiting, and when you knocked him down, do you think it was over? And you see the big tower go down. You was like, stay down, man. Like, stay down, but when you see him back up, you go, all right, I'm gonna get him again. But it just didn't happen, man. But when you knocked him down, how do you feel at that point? I'm a step on him again.
Well, actually, I kind of just went swinging for the fences, man. I should have calmed down and took my time and went ahead and got him out there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then too, you got to be careful sometimes when you hurt a guy because that's when they're most dangerous. Like I said, he had actually caught me with a decent shot right before I dropped him. But he came charging in, slipping, and he got caught. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes you catch a guy with a nice shot and it wakes their ass up. They might fall to the canvas and all that, and they might look drunk, but it actually sometimes can wake them up, man. But, of course, I wanted the motherfucker to stay down, I ain't want him to get up, I thought that when he got up, he was still a lot wobbly on his legs. You know what I mean? Some refs would have stopped it. You know what I mean? But I like a referee that lets you rock out, man, and gives you a fighter's chance, man. So I ain't complaining about that at all. And like I said, man, you got to take your hat off to anybody that gets knocked down and get the fuck back up and still try to war with you.
Absolutely, man. Umar, you got one more question, and then I'm sure we're gonna leave him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Umar. Go ahead.
I got one more question. Amir, I was thinking, this is a thought of mine. How do you feel about going the IBF route? Because they hand out their mandatories pretty strong. They really stick with their mandatories. And Charles Martin, I think he's food for you if you could get yourself as the number one contender spot. You think that would be a good route for you to go?
Oh my goodness, man. I saw him. I was ringside when he won that title, man. Congrats to the brother, man, But I was mesmerized how slow he was. I was like bamboozled at how slow he was. And he definitely would be fooled, man. Like, definitely would be fooled. Don't be surprised if you see me in that motherfucker with him this year. You know what I mean? Don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, man, I think the heavyweight division is wide open. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one trying to get everybody to mix it up. There's some guys out there too that's saying, look, man, we need to mix this shit up, man. Everybody needs to start fighting each other, So, I think that he'll be fighting again this summer, and that's it, man. Shit, the way shit is, man. Don't be surprised if you see him in there with me, but he would be easy ticket, man. He would be the easiest fucking world title fight on the planet.
Wow. One more. So obviously we're over in the UK, and we've got 2 fighters. We actually got 3. So we got Derek Chisora. Give me a take on Derek Chisora, Anthony Joshua, and Dillian White. And actually, tell me about how you feel about Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. How do you think you'll fare against our UK fighters, and even David Price as well? How do you think you'll fare against our 4 fighters?
David Price.
Yeah.
Man, my mom got knocked David Price. David Price can't take no punch, man. That fucking amateur shit fucked him up, man. He's out of there. He shouldn't even be mentioned in that.
But to be fair, the David Price, the guy he was fighting, who was taking a steroid, though. To be fair, though, he did take a steroid. Anthony Joshua and Dillian White.
I don't know Damian White. I haven't seen him yet. I like Joshua.
You didn't see Dillian White? Dillian White fight Anthony Joshua. Dillian White fight Anthony Joshua, the big fight last year in December.
So he lost to Joshua.
Yeah, he lost to Joshua. You saw that?
No, I didn't see that, man. I didn't see that. I've seen a couple of Joshua fights though, man. Like he's a big joker, man, and I like what he's doing, man. I think that I think he's definitely a future champion, man. Or I think he's on the rise, man. You know, I don't think he's ready yet, but I think he's definitely, man, definitely going to be world champ one day. Definitely, if he keeps doing what he's doing and keep working hard and working at this craft of boxing, man, he's going to be world champion, man. He's going to have shit on lock.
Absolutely. Derek Chisora. How are you speaking about Derek Chisora?
Derek Chisora. He's all right, man.
He'd be a good match, you know. Both you, he got the kind of Joe Frazier style, and you got, you know, your style would match well with his. That'll be a great fight, you know.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about him though, man. I really don't. Man. I know the name. Yeah. I know the name. But I don't, you know what I mean, know too much about his fight game or fight style, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, this is where I stand, man. You know what I'm saying? I stand like this, man. Any heavyweight on this planet can get it with me. Any heavyweight on this planet, man, I feel as though I could go in there and do my thing again. Any heavyweight on this planet, man.
All right, that's cool.
Wherever they are.
Chisora fights like an imitation of a Philly fighter. You're a real Philly fighter, so I think you can handle it.
Man, yeah, that'd be good. But man, you see that's a good way to kind of wrap it up. So Amir, obviously your fans want to say something to your fans and tell us when do you reckon, you know, you're gonna be back in the ring?
Yeah, man, fans, yo, man, they know I love them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like man, I got so many fucking fans. Like I said, man, like I got the highest ratings, man, on Fox Sports, man, PBC Boxing on Fox Sports, man. And we done had world champions fight on that channel, you know what I'm saying? And nobody got higher ratings than me. So that tells, you know, the networks and tells me, man, that people really tuning in to watch me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed, man, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I bowed out to nobody but God, man, but at the same time, man, like, I love the fans, man. Like, you know, like I said earlier, you know what I mean? Hey, if the fans feel a certain way, you know what I mean? I respect their opinion because anybody that supports me, man, whether they give me constructive criticism or whether they, you know, rooting against me or whatever, you tuning in, you want to see me rock, I love you to death, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, they say the customer is always right. In my book, man, the fan is always right, you know?
Oh man, that's good. So when do you reckon you're gonna be back in the ring, champ?
I'm sure I'll be back in the ring no later than this summer. I'll be back in the ring no later than this summer, and I think it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
Man, we can't wait, man. Umar, you wanna say something real quick, and then we leave Mr. Michaud to do what he's doing. Umar?
Yeah, I'm here. I just want to say thank you for the interview, Mr. Mansour, and I wish you well in your recovery.
Yeah, definitely, man. That echoes for everyone in the boxing community, man. Man, you put on great fights. We can't wait to see you back, and we appreciate it from you in the UK. We appreciate you coming over, man. Amir Mansour, everyone. Thanks, Mr. Michaud.
All right, man. No doubt, man. You know, I really mess with you brothers, man, because I've been turning down. I did one interview with Fight Hype, man, since the fight, because Fight Hype are my boys. They hold me down, and they keep it 100, man. And I've been turning down every single interview, man, but y'all caught me out there. And you know, I mess with you brothers, man. You some good brothers, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely, you know, be following me and definitely be giving me big shots out, man. So, you know, you already know, man. You got my personal number, man. You call my personal phone. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you brothers too. All right.
All right, man. Thanks, chat, man. We'll talk to you soon, man. Take care, man.
All right, man. One.
So everybody, that's Amir Mansour, man. Hope you liked the interview with me and Ben Umar, man. So we're gonna catch you another one, man. So like he said, it wasn't the jaw breaking. It was more to do with him biting through his tongue. That's how he normally fights. So it ain't nothing to do with Donald Brazil necessarily punching. It's to do with more or less him himself, kind of self-inflicted wound he did on himself and stitches in his tongue. Like he said, he's gonna be back, and that's all it is, man. So you guys, man, hope you enjoyed the interview. Leave your comments in the comment section, and we'll get back to you. Check out Ben Umar's channel as well. Umar, what's your channel called? Boxing Terrace, right?
Ben Umar 16.
Ben Umar 16, yeah. Check out Ben Umar's channel, man. We're gonna get you another one. Peace.